What's up, Otaku fam? We are the Otaku Couple, back with our reactions here for the channel with more Gigguk. We have Best of Anime 2022. Would have loved to have get to this a little earlier, but we were out of town. We're moving. You're going to start seeing things disappear from the background, the displays, the stuff on the bookcase. It's just...
For a second,
it's going to be a really...
January, I was going to be like, it's fine. We're still within.
No, it's going to be a wild month, so... Hope you guys stick around for that and to see the new place and the whole setup process for that. It's going to be really interesting. Thank you guys for the continued support. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Do you want to support the channel monetarily? We do have a Patreon. We have to TV shows, animes, and movies completely uncut. Just finished Vivi. Moving on to something. I don't know what. You'll figure it out whenever you check and see what the next series is. We'll make a post about it. Let's hop on in.
Reached the start of a new year, but before we say goodbye to 2022 completely, I gotta say... we got some pretty great anime, didn't we?
Hell yeah.
2022 was a year of heavy hitters in almost every genre of anime. Massively anticipated titles finally dropping and having the impact we thought they would. Big franchises continue into another season and hitting even harder. We even got old franchises getting resurrected and looking better than ever. 2022 was absolutely stacked, but what else happened in the world for us weebs? After 25 years, Ash finally broke his curse by becoming the Pokemon World Champion. News so big it was reported like a real sporting event as the world celebrated, allowing him to finally retire at the ripe old age of 11. Italy had a surprising visitor as a certain promiscuous video of Tifa Lockhart was accidentally played at their Senate, prompting the only time you'll ever see Italians more passionate than their pastor when asking for the source. This forever immortalized Tifa in Italy lore, becoming only the second person since Julius Caesar to be violently stabbed at a Senate in Rome. Alright, what else was there? I got the climax to the biggest romance arc of my own life.
Grunt.
Congratulations, but that is funny. I have seen no coverage of that. I've just, we follow them on Twitter, so we saw like that, and the Trash Taste podcast before they were leaving for the wedding, we saw that. So like, congratulations, but I don't know anything that happened at the actual wedding or anything like that.
2022 was a bit of a quiet year in terms of anime news. We didn't get any particularly big shockers or controversies. Even anime didn't give us any wildly bad stinkers compared to previous years, but what we got instead was some bloody great anime. This year was brutally hard to narrow down my list of favorites, so I don't spend 2 months making an hour-long video. Normally I try to omit sequels and continuations unless it does something new or notable for me to talk about, which makes it messy because so many of them did this year. This is going to be the longest list in a while, so I had to be cutthroat if I didn't have much to say. My Hero Season 6 is the best My Hero has been in a long time, but still not quite good enough yet. JoJo had his hype murdered by Netflix, but is still more great JoJo. Bleach's return has been an absolutely incredible sight to witness. I'd forgotten Bleach could get this hype, but the last time I talked...
Because it's just, like, the only thing holding back Bleach up to this point was the area it came out in.
Right.
Animation style wise, it still works. It feels like Bleach, but then when you just add in the animation style of current anime to an already really good anime and manga,
in depth about the OG Big Three, this happened. And I don't want to risk that for a video this big. Attack on Titan is also continuing to stamp its mark down on anime history. We got more incredible twists, more incredible hype, more of Eren being like,
"Boss, you killed a child." Amazing. Mission complete. There is why you're the best, boss.
I'm just waiting for it to finally learn what the word final means in final season before I fully pass judgment, which is why I'm glad this
like final season part like
4 or something like that. Yeah, look.
Jeez.
Y'all accept it. That's why they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. It's just funny.
Next season is called Attack on Titan. Final season. The final edition. Part 1. Let's just get started. But before moving on to all the great shows last year, who doesn't love a good snack while watching some great anime? Well, today's sponsor is
Boxu.
Be sponsored by Boxu.
One day, Boxu, hit us up, please.
Yeah, close enough. When I think about watching golf, I think golf is one of those things I love to play, but when I watch it, you'd have a better chance of waking up a coma patient. So Birdie Wing came in with the monumental task of tackling the impossible problem. How do we make golf fun to watch? Gay girls, innit? Not golf enough for you? How about we add special golf attacks? Golf with guns. An underground golf syndicate with Golf Seto Kaiba in Golf Battle City where golfers have a golf duel to the death. One moment you can be watching a girl driving a ball through a moving train, and the next a dude is being assassinated on highway via a rocket launcher. This anime is about as anime gets, and if you're willing to give it a chance, it will golf you so hard you will be golfed into submission. This was a bloody wild ride from start to finish, and by the end of it, you'll be excitedly singing along to the catchy opening every time.
Okay, you know what? This is a great time to react to this because we need a show to replace Vivi on our Patreon reaction series. So we might find the winner in this list. These are already. We started off wild as hell.
Every season, we get 1 or 2 new anime with the stupidest fucking concept of all time. Like they had a dartboard of random ideas that they tried to crash into each other and going, hey guys, what if this works? What's incredible is when it actually does. Panipi Kome, or your boy Kongming, yes, that's the official translated title, asks what happens if legendary Chinese tactician Zhuge Liang gets reborn to modern-day Tokyo to become the manager of an EDM idol and leads the girl to stardom using the art of war. It's an absurd idea that looks even more absurd on screen, but all it took was one look at the opening for me to go, you son of a bitch, I'm in. It instantly grabs you with this infectious charm and holds on tight. Whether you're seeing a breakdown of how ancient war tactics can be used to gain Twitter followers or watching a historic Chinese figure spitting some fire bars in a rap battle, I know what you're already jokingly talking.
Look,
I'm actually kind of interested.
The only question that I have, will it actually work? Because I could use some Twitter followers. Y'all don't follow us on Twitter. Links down below in the description. Shame on y'all otaku fans.
Typing, best rapper since Eminem, wrong. Yeah, Eminem's alright, but has he ever roasted a dude so hard he fucking dies? You murder with guns. Kongming murders with emotional damage. But past the bizarreness, it never forgets the beating heart behind it. Like Kongming, we're cheering for every step closer Eiko takes towards stardom. Her journey into music was so well done, you forget the absurdity of the premise. And that's the real heart of this show, because I can't even begin to describe the unbridled satisfaction of cheering for this girl to succeed, and by the end, seeing her move closer to achieving her dream weight. Did I just get tricked into watching an idol anime?
Yep.
Yep.
You did.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is cool, but have you ever sat there and asked yourself, is there anything we can possibly do to make John Wick even better? Gay girls, innit? Licorice Recoil takes a simple approach. You like cute girls, you like guns, we're gonna give cute girls some guns. So what happens if you add beautifully adorable anime girls into a gun-toting spy action thriller? Well, you get something like this.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Somehow we have a show that attempts to straddle the perfect middle ground between moe's slice of life and hardcore action. You have a dark terrorist plotline where the stakes are high, people are getting murdered, there are intense gunfights straight out of a Max Payne game.
Ooh,
and then we cut to a scene where the girl-
wait a minute. We not gonna act like she wasn't schmoovin' right there. Hold on. Jason Bourne is right.
where the stakes are high, people are getting murdered, there are intense gunfights straight out of a Max Payne game. And then we cut to a scene where the girls are like,
How did it go back in?
Oh.
This deserves to be on the list, if not for giving us the most precious duo to come out of 2022. But if you're still like, okay, but how is this any better than John Wick? Well, yeah.
If I need your body, I'll fucking...
Yes!
Marin is still the best girl of 2022.
We reacted to this over on the Patreon. Once again, link down below in the description. Shameless plug, whatever. It was a great series. It started off rocky for us in the reaction series. If you watch it, you'll see it. But by episode 3, we were hooked, and it was fantastic. It was a great watch. We actually reacted to we watched the English dub version in our Discord with our Discord community because Amelie did the voice acting for that, and we love her, so we had to show her some love. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's not because she reminds me of my wife.
Hey guys, it's your girl.
They're the same picture.
It's just the same picture.
This year we were graced with World Cup fever, which was a blessing because we got not one but 2 great football anime, introducing weebs to the wonderful experience of watching.
I want to watch Blue Lock, but I want to react to it when it's done.
You can't miss this. He's bloody missed it. What a brat. What a brat!
Aowashi was probably the most overlooked sports anime this year. Production IG just kill it every freaking time they do a sports show, and this was no exception. Showcasing the high quality they've done before with Haikyuu and Kuroko and bringing that hype to football. Then Blue Lock came along and went, look at this baby shit now. This is real football. None of that friendship bull.
I want to react to it.
Let's
but
react to it.
It's only halfway done.
Oh, gotcha.
Because we were going to, then I realized, oh, it's coming out weekly.
I forgot it.
I didn't want to put another weekly series. We already had 2 weekly series coming out. We were doing Spy Family and something else. I don't even remember what it.
Chainsaw Man.
Yep, and Chainsaw. I was like, I'm not adding a third one onto this. We got too much on our plate.
We're doing a football battle royale with the entire
Let's finish reacting
selfish
to
and
it for sure, because I want to see it.
Every cardinal rule previous sports anime had set up, and was some of the most fun I had all year. But you know what was more anime than both these anime this year? The World Cup itself, baby! Upset after upset, we had the hype, we had the drama, we had one of the greatest World Cup finals of all time, Messi securing his status as the absolute GOAT, Mbappe carrying France, Boeing 747 carrying Belgium and Germany, England being...
Harry Kane penalty is inevitable. He scores 100 times out of 100.
England, Japan keeping the ball 1 millimeter in play to score the winning goal against Spain. Just what the hell were the script writers thinking? Yeah, this was actually the best sports anime of the year. Fuck these other two.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression in this football club.
We want to react to that too.
Plot lines, interesting characters, all reasons we watch the anime we do. But I ask you, can a show be worth watching solely for vibes? Yes. Call of the Night is the anime that speaks to the soul of anyone who's ever been a night owl in their lives. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Come on, it's 3 a.m. We're in fucking D-Gen hours now. What are you still doing awake watching YouTube videos? Liam. There's just something comforting about wandering the normally bustling streets in the dead of night. Unless you're in America, and this is the feeling Call of the Night perfectly captures. Cityscapes dazzle you, the empty streets invite you in as the gentle soundtrack soothes you in to the... Liam, that's enough now. It's time to go to sleep, yeah?
All those people who called me a sleepwalker, I woke up. Now I'm going back to sleep.
Cool.
Amen.
Every year, there's always a gem of an anime that gets stripped away of all the potential hype it could have had because it's in the jail of some streaming platform that doesn't promote it. And this year, there was no bigger tragedy than Summertime Render being locked behind Disney+.
Right,
What do you get if you cross ReZero with Higurashi? This show.
I want to see this.
Higurashi play.
Is it out yet?
Summertime Rendering?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We put it on a poll and no one voted for it.
Oh,
It got literally 0 votes.
Gotcha.
Which doesn't mean shit because, surprise, surprise, y'all did the same thing to Kaguya-sama for 2 straight polls and we reacted to it on our own time anyways, and guess what? It was fantastic. Y'all sometimes, the Otaku fam, y'all be sleeping. I don't know why y'all pick what you pick sometimes. I think y'all purposely pick the weird, somewhat almost bad ones just to see us react to it. But
to make our brain hurt.
Wouldn't you want us to react to the good shows? Like, come on, man.
A dude returns home on an island to attend a friend's funeral, but something's off. People are acting strange. Something doesn't quite add up to the events of his friend's death, but no one wants to talk about it. There's an air of unease that something terrifying is going on behind the scenes.
Disney Plus,
before
though.
you can even begin to paint a picture of what horrors are really lying underneath, he dies. That was episode 1. This is the kind of show that pulls you in from its opening episode and refuses to ever let go. It shows us the stakes and never gives us a moment to breathe. It presents you with this intriguing mystery, solves it in 2 episodes, and gives you 10 more, only to do the same thing over again. You're constantly on your toes, and just as soon as you think you've figured out the rules of the game, boom, it hits you with a new twist that changes everything.
And what's the twist?
Breast milk.
It will keep you guessing, keep you thinking, all the way up to the final episode. And the only big criticism I can lay against it is that I need to give Disney my hard-earned money to watch it.
Did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Yeah, buddy, reacted to that too over the Patreon, like down below.
The cooler you get for calling it
wild.
mid. So here you go. Demon Slayer Season 2 is mid. Way between great and bloody fantastic. And also midway up your mum. It doesn't have the most complex
Midway up your
characters,
mum.
it doesn't have the most original plots, but whatever it doesn't have, it makes up for in pure, undistilled hype. If actions speak louder than words, Demon Slayer is fucking screaming. The Entertainment District arc reaches an audio-visual experience few anime series can ever match, raising the bar for Studio Ufotable already insanely high standards. When you tell Ufotable that your amp goes up to 11, they go, yeah, that's cute, and turns theirs up to 30. An adaptation like this shows that even people at the top of their field can strive to improve their craft. Because what they've delivered is an anime with the highest level of spectacle it can get. You hold your breath, waiting for that one climactic moment. It builds and builds.
Bro, I was sweating during this fight.
Just when you think the hype can't get even higher, it smashes past it to a point you ever thought it could go. Your mind goes blank, taking in one of the most jaw-dropping visual spectacles anime has ever seen. And only then, when everything is said and done, do you remember to take a breath again.
I'm still
reacting to this too.
After all the non-related by blood antics I've seen,
I'm glad
in
we've
anime,
reacted
I'd
to
almost
like
forgotten what
a
a
good
real
chunk of
family should
these.
look like. But thankfully,
had them on
Spike's family
polls
was the
to try
wholesome
to
medicine
react
I
to them.
needed to cleanse my mind once more, even if this family is technically not related by blood. This is the latest in the X series, where weebs can never agree whether the X is silent or not. And then there's this one guy I talked to last year that called this spy multiplied by family. That's not a joke, just Sulaf, if you're watching this, what the fuck, mate? Next time you do that, I'm actually calling the cops. Going in, the show was touted to me as a gag anime, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't actually find it that funny. But that didn't matter because every episode left the biggest smile on my face regardless. Watching Spy X Family reminded me of the types of old school shows I'd watch with my mum and dad on a Sunday evening
more than it
when
is
we'd
a
spend
gag
time with
anime.
each other. The type of show you'd put on at Christmas that helps bring everyone together. Sometimes it's not about having a super deep, interconnected plot line, but a simple story that'll brighten up your day no matter what and help you appreciate the family you have around you.
It does.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Spy Family is gonna be one of those shows that, you know, we all have those handful of shows that we wish we could go back and watch for the first time. No knowledge, just over again. And Spy Family is gonna be one of those shows for me because I can't even describe to you how much I love the first season of Spy Family. Season 2 is okay, kind of.
I think it's because we want more of your.
Yeah,
and we haven't gotten.
Yeah, I'm biased. I need more your, and I did cave and read further into the manga just to see if she does anything. She does, but it's like, come on, man. Why is George just taking the back seat in that series?
The legacy of Gundam is one of the most storied and important franchises in all of anime. But with this legacy and the sheer number of iterations preceding it, every new Gundam comes in with the challenge of having to figure out what can this Gundam do that no other Gundam has ever done. Gay girls, innit? Gundam the Witch from Mercury is the Gundam we've needed for the longest time. Something that wipes the slate clean for new fans to be able to jump in while not forgetting why people watch Gundam in the first place. It's hard to do a fresh take on such an old franchise, but the Witch from Mercury seems to be doing exactly that. This is no war between nations, but a war between corporations. Here is a world where profit and power reign supreme. Elon Musk is having a wet dream in a corner. The politics of war have been replaced with the politics of companies, proving that corporate drama can be just as gripping if you add the right conflict, because Gundam has never been just about the giant robot fights.
No.
Alright, let's talk about the giant robot fights. Giant robot fights are awesome. Studio Sunrise have pulled out all of their expertise to make this the best looking mecha show it can be, from the flashiest battle to the smallest details. I mean, just listen to the sound design. Now, I could have shown you some of its incredible animation or its orgasmic music, but nobody ever thinks about sound design. And if it can get us to notice small things like this, extrapolate that to what that means for the rest of the production values. Let's just forget about the fact that there's no sounds in space though. This is a AAA production from top to bottom, and it isn't afraid to flaunt it every episode. The Witch from Mercury isn't just here to compete with other Gundams. It isn't just here to compete with other mechas. It's here to stand toe to toe with the best things out right now. If you're new to anime here, if you've never seen a mecha in your life and you need a reason to get into giant robots, this is it.
Wow.
Damn.
Jeez.
Very nice.
Kaguya-sama.
Hell yeah, reacted to that too, baby.
I love this.
Every generation, we get a genre-defining show.
I just wanted more.
One that fans look back on as the pinnacle of the genre at that time.
The rap. The rap. God, I love Sharon and Chica's relationship.
Anything, and it's like, how?
She even said no, never again, and then still went back and did it again. Like, that is your fault,
Great
Chica.
about it. And I believe that Kaguya-sama has become just that. When I started Kaguya, I thought it was just going to be some formulaic gag manga. Two people that don't want to confess, they find the most convoluted roundabout way to avoid confessing, and then they don't confess. But what I didn't initially notice is that even though it seems episodic, every new gag, every new skit adds a little bit more. Piece by piece, a layer gets added to each character, each of the cast members. It continues to build, continues to add on itself.
Unfortunately, they didn't do that equally,
it feels
though.
Like this group of
I talked about that on
become
Twitter.
your own friends. You start to cherish every single second you get to put the show on, and that's the real magic of Kaguya. Beyond the gags, beyond the antics, it just becomes a joy to spend time with all of them. We fall in love with this ensemble. So this season, when it follows through and delivers through the build-up we were promised, it results in one of the most satisfying climaxes you can find in romance. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan. These are all generational anime people talk about as the shows that introduced them into anime, but once you get past the shonen mega hits, you'll find these other shows fans look back on that served as their definitive gateways into other genres. Without Haruhi, I would have never got into high school anime. Code Geass stood as that mecha show every non-mecha fan watched. I know exactly what generation you're from.
Damn, that's a good point. I think Code Geass was my... Because, like, I watched Gundam before that.
Yeah.
But, like, I just watched it when I was at the age of, flashing pretty lights. Like, I wasn't invested into the series or anything like that. Code Geass is probably the first mecha, close to mecha anime that I actually saw.
Because I'm not heavily into mecha, but, like, I really enjoyed Code Geass.
Yeah.
Which is funny. I enjoy Transformers. I even love the old cartoons for Transformers.
I think it's because Code Geass is just Death Note with mecha.
Yeah.
I want to introduce you to the slice of life moe genre, and years from now, Kaguya-sama is going to be the anime this new generation of fans reminisce about when they talk about how they got into romance anime.
I'm gonna be completely honest, like, other than My Dress Up Darling, I don't even like many other romance anime still, even though I've watched plenty of them.
Chainsaw Man came into
reaction to Chainsaw Man 2. We're on a roll now.
But did it rise up to the challenge and prove us all wrong with this first season? No. But what we got was still pretty damn good. It's been a long time since I've seen an anime explode onto the scene this hard and this fast.
Beautiful.
For the inconceivable expectations it had, the craziest thing is that it almost stepped up to the plate to meet them. In the highly popular, highly competitive scene of safe, marketable shonen action shows, it blasted in, gave the middle finger, and went, fuck you, I'm gonna grab some titties. It's savage. It's out there. It's a show called Chainsaw Man, and it gave us a man that's a chainsaw. What the fuck do we have to complain about? The hype this show produced could only ever really be matched by how horny it made the fan base. You got power fans. Now here's their perfect girl. I too like women who don't shower, don't wipe smells, and leave their logs unflushed. Oh, why yes, how could you tell I play Super Smash Brothers? Then you have the Kobeni fans. Oh yes, my waifu is suffering, isn't she so adorable? Then there's Himeno fans. Then there's Makima. Never before has a character been so perfectly designed, so unequivocally unmatched, so incomparably unparalleled at eliciting the horny. If No Nut November was an impossible dungeon, she would be the final boss standing at the end of it. Every word, every action, every line she utters got you going like, my mind's telling me
But that's so true.
Oh, speaking of fucking Makima. I appreciate y'all for not spoiling us.
Yes, please don't spoil us. Were you spoiled?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What did you look at?
Well, I saw it on Twitter. I just saw a random post about it on Twitter. And then I thought, that doesn't make sense. It was just a tweet. Oh. And I was like, that doesn't make sense, though.
Did you look into it?
I did.
Baby,
I know.
why?
I made the mistake.
No,
I know.
No, I got to.
I get it though now. I understand why we've been told that we can't like Makima.
Puchta?
Does
she kill the dog?
No.
Okay. Did she kill Denji?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I saw an image. Are we sure?
Technically, Denji's died multiple times, but
Yeah,
he doesn't die. She does not kill him.
Okay.
No.
Why'd you spoil yourself?
I didn't. I was initially spoiled because of Twitter.
And then you looked.
I did. I didn't look super into it. I looked enough to get the confirmation.
Baby.
Yeah.
Now I gotta Google it.
I'll just tell you the specifics that you need to know so you don't go further beyond.
Baby.
I know.
No.
I know.
We don't do
The only silver lining to that is where I had to look to get the confirmation. We probably weren't even going to get that in season 2. So I mean, I'm kind of okay with knowing. It doesn't change a lot.
Okay.
But yeah. Still, I'm kudos to y'all, because sometimes some anime y'all be dropping spoilers.
My body's telling me.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
The real question at the end of this all is, can MAPPA carry on this insane quality they've given us with this adaptation into future seasons? Because it might not have met the hype this time, but after that last episode, when those final credits rolled, I had one thought that engulfed my mind over everything else. We ain't seen nothing yet.
4. Oh, here's one we haven't seen yet.
You know, I don't like slice of life. I don't like moe shows. I don't like cute girls doing cute things. So believe me when I say that Bocce the Rock, a moe slice of life show where cute girls do cute things, is something really special. What makes this so special? Gay girls, innit?
Gay girls, innit?
Not this time. Bocce is a show about this awkward gremlin who joins a band in hopes that she can get over her crippling social anxiety and achieve the popularity she never had. I know what you're thinking.
Interesting.
Wait, I've seen this before. It was called Komi-san, or Watamote, or Hitori Bocce. Yes. What sets Bocce apart is just how above and beyond it goes with this animation to convey these she just like me for real moments. Characters go in and off model. Animators just fucking give up at times. People start glitching in and out.
That's funny.
Oh, so it's like fully cool.
That's funny.
I do like animes that do stuff like that, where it classifies as breaking the fourth wall.
Reality,
honestly,
you may or may not have done the exact same things that Bocce does, but you feel her in your fucking soul.
What
is happening?
At first I was worried that this was going to be a one-trick pony. Turns out it's a 10-trick pony in a farm of 100 ponies. When you think you get the joke, when you think you know what's coming, the animators hits you with something completely new that conveys this terrifyingly relatable feeling in a way only animation can do. This made me laugh more than any other show this year.
Wow.
It wasn't gut-busting laughter, it was more like, oh god, I felt exactly the same way. God damn it, Bocce, why are you doing this to me? This is triggering my fight or flight response. Get out of my mind. Get out. Get out. Get out. Yeah, big mood. If there is a single
I don't know if I like that. I don't need that right now.
Drag out a core memory you've buried deep in the recesses of your mind. Like
maybe
that
we don't need
intrusive
that.
thought that hits you at 3 a.m. And god, I didn't even talk about the music. I recently said that this was everything I was hoping K-On! Would be. Because, well, yes, a lot of this is slice of life moe. Motherfuckers are getting shit done. These girls don't be fucking around when it comes to their music. They have their goals and are gonna go out and achieve it. Bocce may not be able to form a coherent conversation, but every little step she takes to overcoming that, every time she stepped up and tears it up on stage, made me want to jump up and go, yes! That's my girl! This was my biggest surprise of 2022, bar none. In a season of heavy hitters, Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Spy X Family, Bocce the Rock awkwardly waltzed in, grabbed the mic and went...
It doesn't matter!
Alright, maybe we'll check it out then.
Yeah. I like K-On!
Oh yeah, we reacted to this too, for sure.
Has gone down as one of the most disastrous launches in gaming history.
Yeah.
Years of anticipation and build-up led to the release of a broken, unfinished game that
shouts out to all the homies that didn't have a really glitch experience with this, because
a meme
boy was mine glitched.
About how not to launch a game, and the biggest praise I can give to Cyberpunk Edge Runners is that it was so good. The anime almost made everyone forgive what happened to the game.
That's true. The amount of people that went back to the game was crazy.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Becca did
Yeah.
not deserve.
No, she did not. Becca was best girl. She will always
She
be
was.
best girl. Fuck
She
Lucy. All my homies hate Lucy.
Nowhere, this drop introduced weebs to the insane world of Night City. We weren't given another squeaky clean, safe anime. This was some
love
hardcore,
her.
dick and butt, hyper-violent, I fucked your mom kind of show. And god damn, was it awesome. It hits you with the story going at full throttle from episode 1 and never takes its foot off the gas. You'll look for a moment to pause and catch your
facts.
breath, and while you're waiting, you'll realize the credits to the final episode are rolling. This was the anime Studio Trigger were born to make that nobody realized they wanted until now. Even for a team of decorated veterans in the industry, this felt like they had upped their game. They felt refreshed, revitalized, every scene oozing with style, every frame burning with the passion of everyone working on it. And it's impossible for this excitement not to get transferred over to the viewer. This is how you do a video game tie-in, and all it took was emotionally scarring the collective cyberpunk community with a single song. When Mob Psycho Season 3 was announced, I remember saying to myself, we don't need another season of Mob.
What a prat!
Season 2 was an action-packed masterpiece, combining some of the best animation you could ever find with masterful character writing the series didn't have before. And while I don't think Season 3 reached those same heights, it was one that was surely needed. This closed the final chapter to Mob's character and everyone around him. In a sense, this felt like a season-long epilogue. While I wondered where the story could go after Season 2 cleared up all its plot points and defeated the big evil, Season 3 took a step back and went, how do we give these characters the send-offs they deserve? Reagan, the man so full of bullshit he can sell Hamon to a Stan user, ends the series in the most honest way possible. Dimple, Ritsu, Hanazawa, and most importantly Mob, for all the flashy fight scenes, it showed that its true heart lies in the characters. It taught us how to accept ourselves through the eyes of Mob's journey and ended his story in the most perfect way possible. Studio Bones can finally take a bow for the work they've done here. From start to finish, Mob has felt like a passion project that has pushed the boundaries of animation to its limits and beyond. This is the kind of adaptation everyone only dreams of. And now that we're saying goodbye, whatever your favorite season was, it's hard not to feel like all of Mob Psycho has cemented itself as a modern classic we won't ever forget.
One and only one.
That was a nice transition.
That was really dope.
Now then, she won't be lonely so soon. Until the soul comes around again.
Yep, Made in Abyss.
When I put on
That
a
makes
happy
sense.
movie, I know to come out expecting to feel happy. When I listen to a sad song, I know to expect coming out feeling a bit sad. But sometimes I encounter a piece of media that leaves me with an emotion that is utterly indescribable. And that's how Made in Abyss Season 2 left me. It's been 5 years since the first Made in Abyss, and now the cat's out of the bag. We know this isn't a cutesy, happy show. Bad things happen. People, probably children, are going to suffer, and you're going to need a good hug by the end of it all. And even knowing this, I was not prepared for the experience this was gonna give me. This is no longer simply just a sad show or a dark show. Before, the rules were more simple. You go down deep and maybe you encounter a really dangerous animal or some crazy evil person, but now the terrors you encounter cease to follow any logic you're familiar with. We wander around in this non-Euclidean world where the laws of the universe are governed by different systems. The mysteries of the world refuse to give up its secrets. Eldritch horrors lurk around every corner, and your mind can only attempt to comprehend the nightmares you uncover behind them. Made in Abyss 2 contains some of the most haunting things I've ever seen in anime, but none of it was because of some simple violence or gore, but ideas and imagery that disturbs me to my core. Yet somehow through all this, there's a gentleness to its story. For all its terror, this is a hauntingly beautiful tale. It gives you hope in a place of hopelessness, then smashes it all away, terrifies you without scaring you, and hits you with a soundtrack that makes your soul just wail.
Okay, I don't think I can watch that. Not right now. I'm not mentally strong. Not. I don't think. I've heard of this, but I didn't know what it was, and
I haven't seen Season 2.
Well, you're probably not going to for a while.
I had an incredibly hard time picking my favorite anime this year. Any one of the top 6 could have taken the spot, but the reason I settled on Made in Abyss is because it's given me an experience like no other. Unlike everything else I've talked about today, this has grown beyond something I would wholeheartedly recommend. In the same way, I don't really recommend a movie like Requiem for a Dream, because it's not something you go into to enjoy, but if you're brave enough, it's an unfathomably powerful experience that will haunt you for years to come. Made in Abyss allows you to find beauty in the horrific, hope in the despair. You watch this nightmare unfold through an ethereal lens. It rips your heart to shreds, then gives you a warm hug and tells you everything's gonna be alright. You go on this ride that tears your soul apart, only to come out smiling at the other end. And only after it's all over, and you sit beside yourself to process the journey of emotions you just felt, is there only one word that can encapsulate it all. Wow.
I'm getting Graveyard of the Fireflies all over again. And I can't.
You can't?
I cannot.
Cannot?
Not right now.
Not right now?
Not Graveyard, but Grave of, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking. Pretty sure that's it.
Hey guys, hope you're...
Yep, I cannot.
All right. Well, there you go. Let us know down below in the comments what your favorite anime of 2022 was.
I cannot.
I'm kind of proud of ourselves for having a lot of reactions out on Patreon but especially in the the top 10.
Yeah.
Oh, we were there. But most of those we've got a reaction series completed up down there. So
yeah.
If you want to see our reaction to some of those series, links down below in the description for the Patreon. It's a good time over there.
Can't.
We've got a lot of choices though out of this video.
Just not number 1, so it's one less choice.
It's okay.
We'll revisit it in a year.
It can't hurt you.
It can.
Thank you guys for the continued support. We'll see you for the next video. Bye.